see them all, then you can see them as one. And this, I think, is the one important thing to add to the chakra system as taught by Yogi Bhajan. Because Yogi Bhajan talks about 8 chakra. Now, he's not the only person to talk about more than 7, but broadly speaking, people will talk about minor chakra in the palms of the hand, or other chakra above the crown of the head. But Yogi Bhajan has this thing where he said, look, there are 7 major chakra, but see them as one. So in the same way as right now we see a room full of people. If we zoom out, we just see a garden or a house. If we zoom further out, we just see a planet. So if we zoom out from your 7 chakra, what do we see? One. See, one point of energy, one intersection of energy. And Yogi Bhajan talked about this, the 8th, which equates broadly to the aura, as Livtar mentioned earlier, as being the sum of the other 7. So let's look at the 7 chakra as individuals. That's interesting to do in terms of differentiating the vibratory rate, but let's not pretend that they are ever separate. They are all integrated, and they're all integrated in you. So recognize that the 8th chakra is the totality of the other 7 and see that as you. Because if you do that, then you're in a better position to see that 8th chakra and that 8th chakra and that 8th chakra, not as individuals, but as part of the greater whole as well. And that's not something that's generally represented within the teaching of the chakra system, but something that's fundamentally important if we're talking about connecting the finite to the infinite, which is what the journey of yoga is about. The manifestation of infinite into finite and the raising of our awareness to make that connection. Okay, Ausa, you were going to say something earlier on and I stopped you, and somebody else was going to say something now, and it's Danny, so I'll pause for both of you. Danny first.
Just a question. Is the higher energy and faster energy the same thing? Or vibration, sorry. Higher vibration and faster vibration, the same thing?
Yeah.
So if you want to raise your vibration, or you need to make, well, it means if vibrates faster.
Broadly, yes. That becomes, if you talk of it in a wavelength, a slow vibration has a very slow wave. A fast vibration has a very you can see what's those things that show you vibratory rates. Yeah. So if you observe that, then that's what you see.
So fast is better then.
No.
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 Not necessarily. Because they always say raise your vibration to get whatever, raise your vibration or raise your.
Yeah, you raise your vibration like a hot air balloon. And so now I'm a mile above the earth and starving. Is that better? Oh, if only I could lower my vibration, I could have lunch. For example.
I heard the term raise your vibration, so I wonder how do I raise my vibration?
Meditation.
Meditation.
Yeah. What you're doing in terms of raising your vibration is you're changing your awareness. And you're bringing your awareness, as Livtar said, from the lower triangle to the upper triangle. But that's not the end of the journey, because the objective is to see yourself not as 2 separate triangles, but to bring them together. So your representation becomes the union of upper and lower. Now that gives you a balanced individual. Someone who's celebrating the individuality of each of their chakra system, we'll talk a little bit about this after the break actually, but becomes isolated in one. The yogi is one who integrates all. In fact, a definition of a yogi is one who acknowledges the 2 polarities but chooses not to belong to either. So we live in a world of duality. We talked about electricity earlier on, positive and negative. That's pretty dual. But the yogi says the positive's fine, the negative's equally fine. I'm not attached to either. Okay. It's that